Welcome to Chett LePew Productions presenting Jerry Can of Love. Today we have our four lovely contestants here and Jerry over there. So we're going to start this off by Jerry. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jerry. I'm into ice skating and making mad money.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry, for that lovely introduction. That was the best one yet. That was way better than your original one. Okay, now we're going to get on to our questions in the first round of the game. The way this show is going to work is we're going to ask these lovely ladies a round of questions. They're going to answer. At the end of it, Jerry is going to rate their answers on a scale of whatever, I don't know. And then we're going to eliminate one of you. Please remember, this is for fun. If you get eliminated, I am doing another season and you can all come back again. And we will be we will go through one eliminating process. Once we do the eliminating process, we will leave the curtain and face to face. And then we will do another round of questions where he will eliminate one more. At the last round, the final two will be taken on one date each. And then Jerry will pick the winner from that date. And before we get this show started, we're going to run an ad from our sponsors. Contestant 4, what do you look for in a man?
Well, commitment, big thing. Definitely ways of showing affection, affectionate man, and one that's not afraid to talk about things. Just good communication, commitment, and a loving relationship with someone.
And contestant number... Wait, we went backwards. 3.
What I look for in a man is a man that can make me laugh, who's smart, and can also be a potential sacrifice to the dark arts.
Sacrifice.
Miranda, what the fuck?
Hey, yo.
Oh,
You're exposing shit, bro.
what he actually meant was,
Contestant number 3, what the fuck?
yeah, contestant number 3 sounds exotic. And contestant number 2.
Someone who's understanding, someone who's, I guess, down to earth, and
Let me be a contestant.
Okay, you're now taking place 1. Sorry, contestant number 2.
someone who's charismatic, someone who is down to earth, and someone who is a good listener.
And contestant number 1.
They have to have at least $37.
37. I have 30. Oh, I don't have $37. And now we're going to circle around back to contestant number 4. How committed are you to your relationships?
Wow, that's a easy question to answer fully. Don't even look at anybody else. Relationship, it's because I want to be there.
Jerry, that's pretty committed. What do you think of that?
I'm making a note.
I forgot
I'm
to...
changing my notes.
Contestant number 3.
I am deeply committed. When they say the phrase, death do us part, well, we will be together in death.
Together in death, Jerry. It sounds like you're going out together, Jerry. And contestant number 2.
Yeah, commitment's everything. I mean, you can go out and like another woman, but at the end of the day, it's what the people around you that matters.
Yeah, exactly. The people around you, Jerry. And this is where you're going to find who's going to be around you at all times, Jerry. And contestant number 1, since you were absolutely here the whole time and did not get a replacement for a stand-in, the question was, how committed are you to your relationships? Because you already knew.
Well, I do have a husband and a boyfriend right now.
She sounds pretty committed, Jerry.
And I'm on this show, so...
I mean, that's commitment right there. If that's not commitment, what is?
Can I make an elimination?
No, Jerry, this is an elimination time. Quiet down back there.
That's insane.
All right.
Contestant number 4. Do looks matter to you in a relationship?
Well, as long as the person takes care of themselves, looks shouldn't really matter. I'm dating them for the commitment, how they make me feel, and, to enjoy their company. Looks don't matter, again, as long as they take an occasional shower.
What if they spend all their time peeing outside of Volta and they don't shower at all, and sometimes they shit their pants?
I would definitely be a little turned away from that.
Oh, well, yeah, no one here does that. Absolutely not. Let's move on to contestant number 3.
Looks matter little to me, as long as they are as ugly on the inside as they are on the outside. We will be monsters in the dark.
Did you hear that, Jerry? You can be ugly, both sides. Contestant number 2.
Looks shouldn't matter to any person. It's the love that both each other should have, as long as they don't mind sitting down and chilling after a stressful day. Looks shouldn't matter.
And contestant 1.
I will only date a man who looks good dressed as a cowboy.
You got a cowboy hat, Jerry?
Not on me.
You're losing points here, Jerry. You're losing points. Okay, now we're gonna get to the fun question. You have 1 day to make a prime ultimate date. Contestant number 1, we're reversing it because counting backwards is hard.
We go to a parking lot near the beach and he lets me beat him with a bat. Then I spend money on Burger Shop for him.
Jerry, she spends money. She spends the money. Contestant number 2.
Trail.
Wait, contestant number
What?
2, wait.
She's making a good case, bro.
Good date would probably be just too much, just hanging out, going down to the pier, do a little bit of like fishing, maybe do a little bit of metal detecting, heading up to the creamery or anything that is open at the time, then taking the food and going up Mount Juliet and watching nature.
Yep, punching a local off the mountain sounds like the best kind of date. And contestant number 3.
My ideal date would be skipping the middleman. You will return to my home. You will get into my bed. And I will do whatever I want to you. Until I'm satisfied. See?
Contestant number 4.
Well, I think my perfect date would be, maybe going out for some food, maybe dinner, given the time, going to do some sightseeing, and, if the weather's clear enough and the night is still young, going down to the pier and possibly setting off some fireworks. Show the date that, they're worth a big production. That they're worth a nice, beautiful show.
And there we have it. Now, Jerry, pressure's on you. We've gone through rounds of questions. Is there any question you want to ask before you do your first round of elimination? Any more
Where
questions?
do you see yourself 1 year from now?
Hopefully beating you with a bat in a parking lot outside the beach after we just had a lovely Burger Shot dinner.
Okay. Contestant number 2.
1 year from now would have to be both of us just spending time to each other and maybe having our own house, our own little animals that we can call our own.
Contestant number 3.
A year is very short, but should you survive my trials, I will ensure that you share with me a blissful union and companionship. We will begin to create a new city, and you will be my partner in crime.
Okay. Contestant number 4.
In 1 year. Well, I hope by that time I get a stable job, support my relationship, live somewhere nice, nothing too expensive or anything, just a nice little home to call our own, spend time together, and, just live a life worth living.
Okay. Now, before we get into the more personal questions into the round, you have a tough challenge ahead of you. You need to eliminate one of the contestants, and then they will face you face to face for the next round to make it more difficult. Please eliminate one of the contestants.
Contestant 1.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yep. Yep.
Ah, fuck.
What the
Oh,
fuck,
shit.
Jerry?
Oh my goodness.
Jerry, that was
Ow.
so rude.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
Wow, what a pussy.
And by doing that, you've got exactly what you tried to avoid. How does this make you feel, Jerry?
I feel
More like a
better.
sword.
And Adelie,
Yes, I'm sorry.
how does this make you feel on Jerry's choice?
I think Jerry's a bitch and he doesn't deserve me anyway.
She has spoken, Jerry. Now we're going to bring our contestants around the front. All right, contestants, you can now come and face Jerry. Okay, Jerry, you can turn around now. And you have your contestants. Now we're going to get into the personal questions. One, from my left. Explain the best way you took care of a loved one.
The best thing I did to take care of a loved one. Well, I would basically make sure that they're okay every single day. You know, make sure they got food and water on them. And, you know, make sure they don't need any medical treatment. And if they did need medical treatment, I would basically use my doctor knowledge and, you know.
Contestant 2, it's your turn. Sorry.
Well, I would take care of you the best way I could. For a loved one, especially one that is close, I will place them in a perfectly well-kept coffin and bury them in the earth, so that way they may sleep for as long as they need. But should you not need rest, my dear Jerry, then I will ensure that the care that you get is painful.
And contestant 3.
I think the way I take care of a loved one is just checking in with them. Open if they need to talk, or making sure that they feel comfortable, or that there's no burdens on their shoulder.
And Jerry, now that you've heard their more personal answer, time for you to give your feedback on what you think.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not feeling the pain. That one doesn't do it for me, especially if I'm not feeling very well.
Pain is the best medicine.
See, I was always told that laughter was the best medicine.
Laughter can also be painful.
Yeah, Jerry, when we're laughing at you. Sorry. I won't say anymore. Next question. Do you believe in love at first sight, contestant number 1?
Do I believe in first love on the first sight? For some people it can, for others, not so much. It's the charismatic that both people have and shared all throughout each other's knowing. Sometimes feelings spark.
And contestant 2.
Yes, because I am in love right now. Jerry, you must see that. We are opposites, but opposites attract. You don't like pain. I like pain. I'm wearing black. You're wearing white. I am the demon to your angel. Just think about it.
And contestant number 3.
I don't believe that love happened first sight, but more first experience. A mere passing by of someone and a kind hello is enough to spark interest in wanting to know them more, interest in wanting to good work between two people. So maybe not love at first sight, but love at first experience. Something as simple as meeting someone in a coffee shop.
Jerry, who won this round of questionnaires? You're going to dissect their questions and pick a winner. I'm going to ask the most important question here. This one's going to be the winner takes all kind of question, even though we got another one after. What kind of pizza do you like, contestant 1?
What kind of pizza do I like? No, maybe some Canadian sausage, maybe a little bit of beef. You know, like an old type of beef, person.
And contestant 2.
I guess I'm a traditionalist. I like pepperoni pizza. Just because it's got the right amount of meat, the right amount of cheese, and the right amount of tomato sauce.
And contestant 3.
I kind of think I'm a little boring, but meat lovers all the way. Bacon, ground beef, pepperoni, maybe even some ham. You get all that shit on.
There was only one correct answer, so we're gonna move on to the next question. The next question is, you're all. I'm gonna put you all on the spot. Starting with contestant number 3 this time, you're gonna drop your best pickup line on Jerry right now. Please, contestant 3, step up to Jerry and drop a pickup line on him. Come to his right side and Jerry, turn to your right.
Shit, this is on the spot.
Yeah, I told you these are getting spicy now. Round 1 was just a warm-up.
Shit, I fell for you.
That was actually good.
That was the best I had. That
was spicy.
That was pretty good, yeah.
That was good. Contestant.
I didn't exactly fall, but I tried.
I mean, that was still actually a good line. Contestant 2, your turn.
Tell me, is your heart as cold and black as your eyes?
Well, that pickup line would work if I had black eyes.
I'd be careful. She might give you one.
She might.
I would never. Actually, that's a lie.
She did say she likes the pain. I like that line, though. That was good.
I feel like it's
Contestant.
very situational.
Jerry, you're on your way to getting... Actually, Jerry, you got beat with the bat just a moment ago.
I
You
did.
probably have black eyes.
I don't. She hit me in the back.
Contestant 1, your turn.
I
Team-
must be cross-sides because I can only focus on you.
Oh. Jerry, that was fire. Okay. Here we go. I have one more round of questions, and we're going to switch it up. And then we're going to do the elimination for the next one.
Don't I have to pick a winner?
You're eliminating one more before the winner.
No, like for the round.
New production. These things happen. My bad. I need a production co-host to keep me in line. Jerry, pick the winner of this round.
Contestant 1.
Contestant 1. Your line would work on anyone now. Remember that. This one's going to be a tough one. Are you ready? Contestant number 2. You are up first. What do you like most about yourself?
What do I like the most about myself?
Yes.
I like that I am honest and forward.
And judging on her answers, she has been honest and forward, Jerry. Contestant number 1.
Honesty and understanding of people.
She's very understanding of your problems, Jerry. Like the time you were in a wheelchair. Yeah, but she needs to understand that sometimes you're gonna be in a wheelchair sometime in the future. Contestant number 3.
I'd have to say the thing I like the most about myself is probably my eagerness to please, as much as it gets me in trouble, and a terrible character trait of mine.
You have an important decision to make here. Round winner. Who likes the most about themselves the best?
Contestant 1.
Contestant 1. We're gonna change it up now. Jerry, pressure's on you for this round. You've heard all the girls talking. Now they get to judge you. You need to describe your perfect evening on a date. And go.
The evening starts with a nice drive around the coast. Regardless of what vehicle it is, doesn't really matter too much to me, whether it's a motorcycle or a car. maybe a truck, and then we relax on the beach for some time before going to get food, and then we take a nice hike afterward.
And then?
And then we either, I take them home or, the date ends after the hike.
And then?
Hopefully there's another date afterward, I guess.
And then what?
I don't know. I don't know what you want from me.
And now it's your turn to judge Jerry's answer. Contestant number 1, what do you think of Jerry's reply?
Well, it sounds like my reply to that question, honestly. With a few changes here and there, but it sounds similar-ish.
Jerry, you're reported for plagiarism.
Oh, shit.
Contestant number 2.
Should I be honest?
Yes, completely honest and brutal and mean.
Okay, I would rather die.
Oh, there's the honesty, Jerry. You've killed contestant number 2. Contestant number 3.
I'd have to say it sounds like a fun time as long as I'm driving.
As long as she's driving, Jerry. This was a trick. Jerry, your question is now to judge their responses to your answer.
All right, contestant 2. What's the problem with my ideal date?
It's unimaginative. Also, I want to know more about what we're gonna do when we get back to your apartment. Is there gonna be wine? Music? Are we going to fuck? That's what I want to know.
I was not prepared for this.
Jerry, you got a question to answer.
See, technically, I said I would, take one of you home. Like, as in your home. Not back to mine.
And then what do you plan to do when you go into her home?
I said the date ends after the hike.
The date ends, but then what do you do when you're inside of her home and you're no longer on the date?
Well, if it's the first date, it's not gonna get quite as spicy as fucking. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, contestants, step forward and Jerry, turn around and face me. Everyone come to me. Now, Jerry, you turn to face them, and then you gotta eliminate one of the 3.
2.
Alas,
Contestant 2,
well,
do you have any final words for Jerry?
yes. Be prepared to be hunted, Jerry.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I think I'm not the only one who's gonna be sacrificed. I think you're about to lose your life. Contestant 2, please step behind the curtain. You get a half an hour alone with each of them. After your date with a half an hour with each of them, you get to pick which one you like the most. So, for this final segment of the show, Jerry explains each date individually he took, and you, the girls, rate the date that he took, and then he goes to the next date to explain it. You just rate that date. Then, from there, Jerry will make his final decision. So, Jerry, you went on your first date. You're up to the plate. It's all you.
The date with Sarah started with us driving around. We talked a little bit. Got to know each other a little bit more. Gonna do some cool shit at the casino, but then Nancy had other plans. After Nancy got done with her, we finally got to the casino. We did some shit.
You went and you had some fun at the casino, and then you rode around talking, having a lovely time.
Well,
and then you went to the...
We went up to the observatory, and we sat there, and then we talked while looking at the city, and then that was the end of the date.
How would you describe the second date you went on?
Alright. Well, I picked her up on Alta. Then we did some very questionable off-roading. I believe I scared her a little bit, maybe, possibly. And then after the off-roading, we went to Nightmare, got some food. After the Nightmare trip, we then went up to the Vinewood sign. There may have been a casualty on top of the Vinewood sign.
We don't speak about that.
And then we just sat there and we talked. and then the date ended, and then after the date, we had to take somebody to Pillbox.
After describing both dates, if you could change one thing about each date, what would it be?
If I would change one thing, can I just swap the dates?
How would you two like, after hearing the dates, if the dates were swapped?
Well, riding on the city would have been nice, but apparently going into a Nancy black hole, I don't know how that would have been.
Maybe Nancy not having a thing for me, that'd be great.
Sorry, Jerry, no one liked your off-roading.
Damn.
What was your favorite part of each date?
I just enjoyed spending time with both people.
And starting with Sarah, what was your favorite part of the date?
Spending time, yeah.
And Laura?
My favorite part was probably sitting on top of the Vinewood sign and just talking, enjoying the view. It was a simple and slow moment that I don't get much of.
Okay, Jerry, you have a tough decision to make. It is time for you to pick one winner. All right, Jerry, it's your time to decide and pick someone now.
This one's a lot harder of a decision than the previous two decisions that I made. Can I make like a pro and con list real quick?
Sure.
Are you going to share it with the class?
No. This is actually a really tough decision. See, earlier today I was confident with the decision. But as I thought about it more, the less confident I became. I pick...
Keep going, Jerry. You're doing great.
I pick Sarah.
Drum rolls. Boom, 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 boom. Sarah, can you step forward? Sarah, you have been chosen for the dating show winner, so you accept Jerry. You get to pick him for a second date or decline him now if you do not like your date. Do you accept a second date?
I'm not going up to, I'm gonna decline.
This has been Jerry Can of Love, and he has struck out on finding love. Maybe season 2.